What's going on, everybody? This is Island Hopper TV, and today we're going to show you the 20 best things to do while visiting Houston, Texas. First up is the Post Houston. They have a rooftop garden and park on the top, and then they have an international food hall. What they've basically done is transform the former Barbara Jordan post office into a hub for culture and workspace, and great place to get international food cuisine. And now here we are at the Houston Zoo. General admission ranges anywhere between $25 to $35. Just depends on the day. It's more expensive on the weekends. If you go during the middle of the week, you can definitely get a better price on a Wednesday than you can a Saturday. Now here we are at Avenida in downtown Houston. This is an entertainment area. There is the main street that goes right through the heart of Houston for 4 miles, and that's going to include the downtown area, the Houston Zoo, all the way to the Museum Park area and Midtown. We'll show you all that, but check out Avenida in the downtown area across from the convention center. Houston's in the top 5 largest cities in the United States with a metro population of 7.1 million, and when there is a convention down here, downtown gets poppin'. Downtown Houston is the United States energy hub, especially for oil and gas. There's over 5,000 energy firms doing business down here in the downtown area of Houston. Houston is actually known as the energy capital of the world. Now we're over here at Maid Park. This is home to the Houston Astros baseball team. Beautiful stadium if you get a chance to catch a game between the months of April until October. Now we're headed out to the Houston Galleria, spanning over 2.4 million square feet, housing 400 fine stores and restaurants. Beautiful mall here. They have an indoor skating rink. As you can see, it is 4 floors and it was built in 1970. It's a beautiful mall here. And as we continue to show you around Houston, I encourage you guys to subscribe to Island Hopper TV as we continue to do travel guides for the United States and the rest of the world. I want to let you know that Houston residents actually eat out more times than any other city in the United States, so major culinary scene out here. Texas barbecue and Tex-Mex Mexican food are some of the most popular cuisines, but you'll find really all types of cuisine here, everything from East Asia to Italian food and so much more. Alright, so now that we've shown you most of the central city center here in Houston, we're actually going to head down south now towards the Johnson Space Center and Galveston, but first stop, Johnson Space Center, home of NASA. You guys may remember the old saying, Houston, we have a problem from Apollo 13. Well, yes, that was Command Central right here in Houston. Here you can check out the food laboratory, the lunar sample laboratory, microbiology lab, mission control center, buoyancy laboratory, and space vehicle mock-up facility. And ticket prices do depend upon the age. If you're a kid between 4 and 11, it's $24.95. Adults 12 and up are $29.95. Seniors age 65 and over are $27.95. You can buy online and save money by just going to their website, or you can actually purchase tickets right there on site. And now here we are in Galveston. Now Galveston is about 60 minutes away towards the Gulf of Mexico from Houston. Before the 1900 storm, Galveston was actually the second richest city per capita in the United States. It was actually dubbed the Wall Street of the South because of its banking industry that was there, obviously connected to lots of major industry. But nowadays, doesn't quite get the same appeal that it once had, although you can go there for the beaches and the amusement parks. People go here to get away from the big city. It's a relaxing beach community. It just gets held back by those big storms that come maybe once every 25 years or so. Now, along with the beautiful beaches, they also have the Moody Mansion, Galveston Island Historic Pleasure Pier. They have a vibrant arts and culture scene. Galveston also offers plenty of attractions and activities for visitors. Really, the best time you want to go here is around spring break or maybe fall. It does get quite hot and humid in the summertime. Also, it's hurricane season. Galveston's also seen its fair share of wars. Here at Fort San Jacinto, you can check out the history there. But now from Galveston, we're going to head back up to Houston. This here is the Buffalo Bayou. It's kind of like a park that meanders along a stream or a river. You could call it a creek, but it's called a bayou down here in the south of the United States. Now, you're not going to see any buffaloes, but it is a cool place to check out because it's like a wilderness inside the commercialized industrial area of Houston. Some people may be curious, is a bayou the same as a swamp? And the answer is no, not really. A bayou is a small stream or channel often connected to a larger body of water. It's kind of like a swamp though. It has lower water levels, that's important to note. Sometimes you can find certain reptiles in there. There are alligators in Southeast Texas, just so you know, keep that in mind. But really, Buffalo Bayou is a safe place to go, mostly for activities like exercise, riding bikes, and going for a jog. All right, now let's talk about nightlife. Mainly, you'll find that in downtown or midtown. Some popular places are going to be around the Okra Charity Saloon. They also have Hotel Icons Line and Lariat. Consider the Theater District. And if you're coming to town with kids, you may consider going to the downtown Aquarium. Here it is $15.99 for adults. Children under 42 inches are $13.99. Now, they also have an online discount that you can find by going to their website. They do have fun rides for kids of all ages, including the Driving Bell Ferris wheel, which ventures 100 feet into the air, the Aquatic Carousel, Lighthouse Dive, Frog Hopper, Aqua Wheel. So lots to see there. As far as animals go, they do have sharks, they have tigers, the Maharaja's Temple, Discovery Zone, the Sunken Temple, and they have a rainforest and shipwreck that you can explore around the Texas Bayou as well. If you decide to go here, plan to spend about 3 to 4 hours, maybe even half a day. Now let's talk about transportation here. They do have a metro rail line, which can be much more efficient than having to go around on those crowded freeways. As you know, Houston has some of the widest freeways in the world along the Katy Freeway. They say there's around 13 lanes along that I-10 corridor there. And another popular park in the downtown city center is going to be Discovery Green. This is actually right next to the Avenida. So it's just a park, relaxing area you can check out while here. As you notice, Houston has a lot of blue skies and it's very green, so it seems like a healthy lifestyle. They get a lot of rain down here in Houston. Now, did you know here in Houston they have an underground which basically runs 6 miles, and it started in 1930 as a tunnel between 2 movie theaters, but nowadays it's 95 city blocks and has weekday, workday food shops and services. It's basically an underground mall. And you can find it by visiting the Wells Fargo Plaza or McKinney Garage, also the Hyatt Regency. The underground itself is about 20 feet below the downtown city grid that you'll see. So now we're actually headed out to the downtown area through the Hyatt Regency escalator, and here we are at the Museum District, where they have 20 museums and 4 walkable zones. So it's quite the big, expansive area that you need a couple days to explore if you wanted to go to all these, but we're talking about museums like the Buffalo Soldiers National Museum, and the main one is the Museum of Natural Science. There's also a Holocaust museum down here, but this Museum of Natural Science, I would say, is probably the big ticket in town. So if you're coming out here, this is probably the one that you'd add to your list of must-see. The Museum District is on the other side of Midtown, about 6.5 miles away. That's a 10-minute drive. And the whole area is surrounded by Hermann Park, who we'll be talking about a bit more later. From the Museum District, we go through Midtown back towards downtown. Here we are, Toyota Center. This here is where the Houston Rockets play basketball. Some of you may remember the Houston Summit, which is actually now the Lakewood Church for Joel Osteen. And now here we are at Market Square. This is another park, common area here in the downtown core of Houston. Originally, this was set up as the Houston Town Company, which was called Congress Square. It was a public square, marketplace, city hall, and that's how it got its name. But nowadays, it's just a park and a place to relax and hang out. Also, if you guys would like to see more videos from Texas, in particular Dallas or San Antonio, let us know in the comments. We can even show you Austin. We have the information and the footage. It just depends on if you guys are interested and want to see that. So now we're going to check out Hermann Square. This here is the birthplace of George Hermann, and it's a park dedicated to the man who, along with Sam Houston, were integral in the development and the philanthropy process of developing and building out the Houston area. Now, for those of you who are into nature, in particular bats, they do have a large bat colony here. This here is called the Waugh Drive Bridge, and they have a large bat colony, and you can see these bats flying around on really hot days in the evening time or in the morning. They have their little mud nest right here underneath the bridge, and it is in Buffalo Bayou if you guys wanted to come out here and see what's going on with the Waugh Bat Colony. I wouldn't put this too high on your list, but some of you may be interested in this. It does stink a bit underneath here, but hey, But hey, it's a natural place. Now let me talk about the airports here. When you guys arrive, I want to give you guys some information. You'll arrive at either Houston Hobby International Airport or George Bush. George Bush being the large intercontinental airport. Also, there's a couple other places you'll want to check out around here, like Sugar Land and Katy, Texas. Those are really popular places for people who are looking to move here maybe. And if you head a bit further out of town, you'll go towards Six Flags Hurricane Harbor, Splash Town, nice water park. And there's Woodland, Texas up here. So the Woodlands is another very popular, famous place to live, a little bit higher end. All right, guys, that's going to conclude this episode of Island Hopper TV from Houston, Texas. Like I said, if you guys want San Antonio or Dallas, Austin, any of those big cities in Texas, let me know and we'll try to get them out to you. See you on the next one from New Orleans.